Welcome to my world history notes, where I read from the book that I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history. A Bible Believer Looks at World History. You can purchase the book on Amazon.com, Lulu.com, or at the Bible Baptist Bookstore, or just follow me here. If you have a mind, subscribe to my channel. We're at the beginnings of World War One. We're at that point, and I want to begin. Hopefully, you'll study world history and have your own opinions and draw your own conclusions. What I'm talking to you is from the perspective of a Bible believer. So you're going to have a different perspective, possibly, probably, a different viewpoint, and it's going to create different conclusions for you. So let's begin. On June 28th, this is 1914, a pro-Serbian agitator shot down the Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and his wife, and the Serbian Concordat became an issue of anti-Serbian rhetoric in Austria. Vatican meddling in international politics was one of the causes of the First World War. The assassination toppled the power balance between Europe's two armed camps. The Triple Alliance of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy, who switched sides, versus the Triple Entente of France, Russia, and Great Britain. Austria-Hungary was eager to expand into the Balkans and expected German support. Serbia apologized for the assassination by a Serbian national and claimed absolute involvement in the plot. Austria-Hungary would not back off and declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. Russia mobilized against Austria. Germany declared war on Russia, began invading west through Luxembourg and Belgium, and then declared war on France, while Great Britain declared war on Germany because of the invasion of Belgium, while America remained confused as to whom to support. The book, The Nations at War, A Current History by Willis John Abbott, a nice little propaganda piece written in 1917 to justify our entry into the conflict, states that the war just happened and thousands of tourists were stranded when the borders were closed. The world was at peace and then overnight was at war. This oversimplification helped to vilify the Germany of Kaiser Wilhelm, a cousin of both the King of England and the Tsar of Russia. The American President Woodrow Wilson had promised to keep the U.S. out of the European war, and this seemed in keeping with the Monroe Doctrine of 100 years before, allowing the European cousin kings to exhaust themselves. But as America had recently become a global power with global possessions by the way of the Spanish-American War, and Wilson having already sent troops to Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, and Panama, it was not likely that he would refrain from sending American boys and men to Europe. William Jennings Bryan, his Secretary of State and a born-again Christian, resigned his position in disgust over Wilson's handling of the war. When the Lusitania, a passenger liner, was to sail from New York, the German embassy passed out leaflets warning people that the ship was liable to be sunk, and many agreed that the ship was carrying munitions for the war effort in England. This was used as one excuse later for America declaring war. One of the most interesting characters for me of World War I was John Wilson Ruckman, nephew of Civil War veterans John and Wilson Ruckman. He married May Hamilton, daughter of Civil War hero Colonel John Hamilton. President Wilson made him a brigadier general in 1916, then a major general in 1917. He is credited with helpful inventions that served the American war effort by who's who in military history, according to Wikipedia.com. He is going to be important as in the future, as an ancestor of Peter Ruckman. So the preacher, he was inspirational to me. So anyway, another interesting character World War I was Baron Manfred von Richthofen, known as the Red Baron. Kills to his credit before he was shot down in 1918. By contrast, America's greatest ace, Eddie Rickenbacker, future owner of Eastern Airlines, had 26 confirmed kills. So we're going to talk about the nature of the war, casualties, and things like that, and then what happened as things progressed and how brutal it was, and what a shock it was for people. A totally different kind of war than what they've been used to. The Civil War was similar, but they lacked the technology to be as brutal and devastating as the Great War, the World War I was. All right, we're going to stop there, and I'll take it up later. I hope you'll study, and just this is a surface survey Get deep. If you see something you're interested in, or you have a topic that really intrigues you, then I hope you'll study it. All right. Have a good day.